Welcome to the road to Quiet Canyon, out here in Arches National Park. You'll be getting a slightly different perspective on some of the formations that many of you may recognize out here, and quite a few new ones that very likely most of you have never seen before. So this is one most of you will not have seen. Not a full arch at this point. One day it will be one. And we got this beautiful canyon wall right out in front of us. Another one over here, slightly to the right. As you can see, there's not really any visible footprints at the moment. So few people come out here, but the sand has actually washed over those footprints due to the wind. Well, in this case, the wind. Rainstorm would also have the same effect, but we really haven't had any rain very recently at all. So some of you may recognize this. This guy right here is Baby Arch. Very, very cool arch that looks like it has a little statue inside of it. Now the other interesting thing is right next to it. One day this is going to become an arch. Now probably thousands of years into the future. But nonetheless, one day, this will be a very incredible arch here. Got some pretty cool little formations out here as well. You got this little totem tower. We also got this absolutely massive juniper tree. And once again, you can see some of that self-pruning in action. Unfortunately, this year I think we're going to have some more self-pruning going on just because of the massive drought that's really hit this entire region, not just Moab. As you can see, this guy is absolutely massive. This tree right here in front of me, if I had to guess, we're probably looking 200, 250 years old. Maybe about as old as the founding of America. So that's kind of cool. Might actually share a birthday with America. Hard to know for sure, but very cool tree to see. So if you guys have been noticing some of the tracks out here, these are actually from bobcats. We do actually have some out here. And since this is one of the, I guess you could say, less visited areas, you'll see some of their tracks. Now they're mostly nocturnal animals. I don't think we'll be seeing one today, but you never know. And just check out the view. This isn't even the best view, guys. Don't worry. There's a lot better views out here, but even this one's very good. So this out here is known as a wash. And if we did actually have a big rain event, this is somewhere you definitely don't want to be. Oh, we got a very pretty view here of Baby Arch and the new arch, or one day new arch. Definitely not an arch yet. More of a cave at the moment. As we come out further here, we'll get a closer look at our totem tower. Got all the desert varnish up there. It's really strange. Looks like it could crumble at any moment, really. Pretty cool tower. And of course, there's plenty more cool stuff to see out here. You got the holy wall. All the little holes. So for those who don't know, scientists believe that most of Moab used to be underwater millions of years ago. So this was an ancient seabed where we're walking now. So we also have all kinds of interesting balanced formation type rocks out here. This is one of them that's fairly unique. You see this rounded guy here. He's balanced on this guy. He's being propped up by this guy here, who's being propped up by these tiny little ones on the bottom. And you got all these pieces that probably broke off of these rocks as well. Really interesting formations out here. Check out the texture too. So I call this guy the spiral trunk juniper, because it looks like his trunk just spirals and wraps around itself out here. One of the more interesting trees, maybe one of the most interesting, if not the most interesting trees I've seen out here in the desert. The trunk is just so unique. I mean, it looks like this guy should not be alive. But when you look here, and he definitely is. You can even see some juniper berries ripening on him. Of course, like previously mentioned on previous trees, he's definitely doing some self-pruning with our drought that's going on right now. Probably be pruning this branch this year, I would assume. Once we get some more rain, which would definitely be welcome. But either way, very cool tree to see. Mostly because of the unique trunk. I mean, you got sand in here. You got the wood weathering away. I mean, it's alive in there somewhere. Check it out, guys. We got a lizard swimming in the pothole. Yeah, one's definitely dead. I'm not sure about this guy here. This guy's still alive, though. These guys really like these areas because it helps them cool off. So lizards are reptiles. You see this guy's head moving now. He's very much alive. So as I was saying before, lizards are reptiles, and these guys need to regulate their body temperature with their environment. So when they start to get too hot out here in the desert, they'll come in here into these potholes. I'm not sure what happened to that dude, but he's definitely dead. And once again, I'm not sure about that guy. Pretty cool to see, though. There really is life in the desert if you know where to look. And of course, we have Tadpole Pothole. Now what's really cool at the moment We even have a little tadpole in here. So as we look into this pothole, as we zoom in, we can see quite a few tadpoles in here. I'm not sure how close these guys are to transforming, but what you guys need to realize is it's a race against the clock, or until the next rain anyway. So these guys need to turn into frogs before this pool dries up, or they won't make it. It's pretty cool though. So for all of you guys who are wondering where you find life in the desert, it's really not that hard. Anywhere you find water, that's where you're really going to find life. I'm sure most of you guys have heard of delicate arch. This is the one I call fragile arch. This one's much harder to get to out here in the back country. He's definitely thinner than delicate, so we call him fragile. Yeah, we got a slightly better view here. This is a much harder one to get to. Most of you guys will probably not be coming out here to see this guy, but he is pretty cool. He is a lot smaller than Delicate Arch and not as iconic. You won't find him on any license plates, for example. But he's still pretty cool to see. And out there we can see what I call Flying Saucer Rock. Bit misshapen of a flying saucer, but use your imagination a little bit and you'll see it. Flying saucer or misshapen bell, one of the two. These guys off on the opposite side of the cliff are pretty cool as well. This is a pretty good echo chamber as well. Again, I don't know how well some of that's going to show up on camera, but very beautiful place. I call this Arch's Quiet Canyon. There's hardly ever anyone out here. And it's nice and quiet, and you hear the echoes all the time. And this guy is just an absolutely massive piece of the shelf here that fell long, long ago. So on the other side here, I call this the mini desert village. It's like a little miniature version of the entire Arches National Park on one tiny little cliffside out here. Actually, it's a pretty big cliffside, but it's still really cool to see. now we take another look from a different angle of Fragile Arch. Much more easy view to come and see, particularly if you have a pair of binoculars with you. This is a view from down in the valley rather than from on high. This is one of the other cool, I guess you could call it, sculptures of Quiet Canyon. Pretty unique formation out here. That sort of looks like a head, and I don't know what to make the rest of it. Maybe this is a wing? Some sort of flying creature? Like a bat, if you're looking at him from the back here. Pretty interesting either way. Just behind our bat sculpture, we have this guy. Now, this would be really, really cool to see during a flooding event, provided you could guarantee your safety during said flooding event, which might be kind of hard to do. It actually goes through there, so there's a tiny little window. There's a little hole on top here. It's really, really cool. Look at this guy. You got this guy on the side here too. Look at just how fragile these guys are. So this is what I call the lost baby sister, since she's smaller and missing from the other three. So if you'd like to see the three sisters, please check out my Lower Courthouse Wash video. If you've enjoyed Quiet Canyon, please like the video, share it with a friend, subscribe to the channel, and join me once again next week here on Magical Moab.